Gopijana Vallabha Govirdari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamunati Ravanachari Yamunati Ravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Bacharine Navishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant, chant. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dil me, Abhi, now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitya Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaur Hari Bol. Pramanandi. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Srimad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Prem Sako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Harinam Yamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. Transcendental Prasadam Distribution Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Gaura Premanandi Haribol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. And all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to His Divine Grace, Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Founder Acharya, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Well, today we're hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 13, Description of the Descendants of Dhruva Maharaj, Text 1, Translation and Purports by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Founder Acharya, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. TK. Sutu vacha nishamya kosha ravina upavarnitam Dhruvasya Vaikunthapada Adirohanam Prarudha Bhava Bhagavati Adhokshaje Prashtum Puna Tam Vidura Prachakrame Sutuvacha Nishamya Kosha Vino Pavarnitam Juvasya Vaikuntha Padadarohanam Parudha Bhavo Bhagavati Adhokshaje Prashtum Panas Tam Vidura Prachakrame Sutu Vacha Nishamya Koshar Ravino Pavarnitam Juvasya Vaikuntha Padadirohanam Prarudha Bhavo Bhagavati Adhokshaje Prashtum Punastam Vidura Pachakrame Chakrar Prabhutamanitam Juvasya Vaikuntha Padadirohanam Prarudha Bhavo Bhagavati Adhokshaje Prashtum Punastam Vidura Pachakrame. Mataji. Shamyakashar Ivano Pavarnitam Juvasya Vaikuntha Padadirohanam Prarudha Bhavo Bhagavati Adhokshaje Prashtum Punastam Vidura Prachakrame. Okay, so is there anybody who doesn't know English? Anybody who doesn't know English? Anybody? Everyone knows English, no translation necessary.
कोई है जिसको अंग्रेजी समझ में नहीं आती है?
So we should have some anuvad. Maybe, because it's just a few, maybe one person can go backside, and that way I can, we can do more katha. TK? Is that okay? In between, huh? In between, something. Kabhi kabhi. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, but somebody's going to have to yeah, you could do it back there, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, because you... that way, because if you're here, then I have to stop and keep speaking. Sutta Uvacha. Sutta Goswami said, Nishamya, after hearing, Kosharavina, by the sage Maitreya, Upavarnitam, described, Dhruvasya, of Maharaj Dhruva, Vaikuntha Pada, to the abode of Vishnu, Adirohanam, ascent, Prarudha, increased, Bhava, devotional emotion, Bhagavatam, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, 𝒍𝒂𝒂𝒚𝒔, who is beyond the reach of direct perception, Prashtum, to inquire, Punaha, again, Tam, unto Maitreya, Vidura, Vidur, Pachakame, attempted. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Sutta Goswami, continuing to speak to all the rishis, headed by Shonaka, said, after hearing Maitreya Rishi describe Dhruva Maharaj's ascent to Lord Vishnu's abode, Vidura became very much enlightened in devotional emotion. And he inquired from Maitreya as follows. Please repeat. Sutta Goswami, loudly, loudly. Okay. Fixed. Sutta Goswami, continuing to speak to all the rishis, headed by Shonaka, said, after hearing Maitreya Rishi describe Dhruva Maharaj's ascent to Lord Vishnu's abode, Vidura became very much enlightened in devotional emotion, and he inquired from Maitreya as follows. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. As evidenced in the topics between Vidura and Maitreya, the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the devotees are so fascinating that neither the devotee who is describing them nor the devotee who is hearing is at all fatigued by the inquiries and answers. So we'll see if everybody is awake during the whole class. We shall see. Prabhupada, anyway, I'm better at staying awake than I used to be when I first joined. So we'll see how you are also making some progress. So, transcendental subject matter is so nice that no one becomes tired of hearing or speaking. Others who are not devotees may think, how can people devote so much time simply to talks of God? He's just sitting on some cloud playing on a harp or something, you know. But devotees are never satisfied or satiated in hearing and speaking about the Supreme Personality of Godhead or about His devotees. The more they hear and talk, the more they become enthusiastic to hear. The chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is simply the repetition of 3 words. Hare, Krishna, and Ram. But still, devotees can go on chanting this Hare Krishna mantra 24 hours a day without feeling fatigued. Has anybody ever done that? Yeah, 24 hours straight. I did it for 12 hours straight at Vrindakund with Dinabandhu on that Ekadashi night during Kartik. We would have a little break for a little snack of prasadam during the middle of the night. And but it was really, really an enlightening experience. Kept going deeper and deeper, fighting off this, you know, going deeper and deeper. Real battle of Kurukshetra, going deeper in the heart. And it was really a wonderful kirtan. I'll never forget. Jai Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman. Deity's name here? Radha Govind? Yes. Huh? Radha Govinda. Yes. I can't see now. Actually, I'd like to take darshan so I can think of while I'm speaking. It's very special. How long ago were they installed? Huh? Really? I don't. They've been there since quite a long time. Yeah. Anyway, it's like I have purchased. So. Sutuvacha Nishamyakosha Ravino Pavarnitam Juvasya Vaikunta Padadirohanam Praruda Bhavo Bhagavati Adhokshaje Prashtum Punastam Vidura Pachakrame. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Sutta Goswami, continuing to speak to all the rishis, headed by Shonaka, said, after hearing Maitreya Rishi describe Dhruva Maharaj's ascent to Lord Vishnu's abode, Vidura became very much enlightened in devotional emotion. And he inquired from Maitreya as follows. Do you have a whole set handy of the Bhagavatams? Prasangam. Third canto with Kapila. I guess, yeah, that's 4. Third canto. I could get it on my mobile. Oh, very nice. Dhanyavad, Prabhu. No, four, Prabhu, four. Char. No, or two in this. Kapila. It's got Kapila and Lord Kapila and Devahuti on the cover. Yeah, part 2. Okay. I'll get, anyway. I got it on the database. Wait a minute. Okay. Satam prasangam mama virya samvido. This is 3:25:25. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti ritkarna rasayana pratkata. Tajoshanadashva pavargavartmini shadharatir bhaktir nukramishiti. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed. That's nishta here, and his attraction becomes fixed, nishta. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. So this is the way. Krishna says in the 7th chapter, text 1, Tat Shrinu, just hear from me. Prabhupada said, if that's all we can do, you'll make advancement. To come every day to Bhagavatam class and hear about Krishna. If that's all you can do, you'll make some progress. And if you can follow the 4 regs, even if you're not following the 4 regs, that's how powerful. You'll make some progress. Especially if you're not offensive. If you're not offensive in your dealings with devotees and you're chanting. So this offenseless association and offenseless chanting and hearing is anyone. And then you will make progress. You'll come to chanting 16 rounds offenselessly, practicing. Makes perfect. If you're serious, and then get with association, you get eventually bhajana kriya, initiation, and you make a formal commitment by association. You become attracted, hearing from with a particular devotee that you're particularly inspired by to take diksha. A formal connection with the parampara, and then under his guidance and guru, sadhu, shastra, serious student, not a party animal devotee, where you take nice prasadam and you chant your rounds, ba 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 ba, you know, and you're like this, if you do come to class, you know, and that you take notes, you do your own study, going through all the Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, again and again, Krishna book, all of Prabhupada's books, and then gradually your whole mind becomes cleansed of all the dirt, at least to get to Nishta, 75% cleaning. Prabhupada states that then you're ready, you become fixed, and the beginning of some attraction to hearing these topics, of feelings for Krishna and these topics of Krishna and his devotees. Then they begin in Nishta, and then Ruchi, it gets more. Once that attraction becomes fixed or begins, then it's no longer just trying to struggle to stay in your rounds and your service and just hang on, not fall away from the path. So very careful to get through an artha nivritti. That's the ocean of all our attractions and attachments and false ego and desires. To go through all those layers, one as we go deeper and deeper in the purificatory process, it's a razor's edge. And everybody's got the acid tests that will have to pass. Prabhupada describes these acid tests that we all have to face. And if we're ready to face them and not look for some comfort zone, and just put that on the background, you know, and continue to maintain our old habits, how we think. Thinking is feeling, the mental, how we control the mind. This is the razor's edge, that we're always feeling the struggle with all the different tests in school. You'll get, as you make progress, you get different, when you're seriously studying the text and you take notes and you ask questions for the teacher because you're an eager student, you're motivated. To pass the next quiz and test in each semester. We have to apply that same eagerness with those who are eager in their demoniac system for money and some position in some company. That's the demoniac mentality. But to apply those same principles in bhakti, we don't have that motivation when we come. Very much dull. But we have to see that in our consciousness every day, that we have to keep ourselves on the razor's edge. I want the real relationship, not all this body identification, which is just dead matter. In relationships with other people and animals or whatever who have material bodies, and just identifying bodies with bodies. We're the eternal soul, and we have our eternal relationship in intimate attachment, loving, unalloyed, 24, ever-increasing attachment. And especially to get to with Vrindavan, the most intense attachments. The most intense. And Krishna wants to see intense struggle, intense emotion, intense desire, emotion, struggle. That's what attracts his sidelong glance, and Radharani, when they see that mood, that attitude, it's an attitude problem that keeps us in the material world. That we're thinking, oh, I'm chanting, I can speak some Shastra, I know the philosophy, I'm okay, people like me, I'm respectable, I'm okay, everything's okay, I'm happy, chanting, I like to chant, and kirtan. Japa may be something a little bit, but that's not so important. I get my rounds done, talking, oh, Prabhu, you know, pajapa, and the mind going all over the universe. It's a real struggle to keep with loud chanting in the beginning. Jiva Goswami, Prabhupada says in the Leela of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, he describes how we have to use our jaw. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Each syllable very clearly. And you bring the mind back when it's going all over the universe, thinking about so many things that we do in the day, or problems that we have with different persons, different devotees, my family, or whatever it is. I have some health problem, all kinds of material attachments and agitation of the mind. So how we can fix the mind? We have to really weed out these anarthas, and that's painful. That's painful process. To weed out these anarthas, to face the music, to face each one. That we're ready to, it's a we can't go deep. We have to go to whatever we can deal with at our present platform. And then gradually we clear away the layers until we go to the root of false ego, the root of our envy of the Lord, which is the cause for our taking these material bodies. Palgu Bhagavan. That's why we're here. We're all trying to be Bhagavan. I will enjoy. I have my family, my body, my enjoyment, my relationships, my house, my room in the Brahmachari ashram. I have my, my clothes, my thing, I, me, and mine. All through the day, I, me, mine, I, me, mine, I, me, mine. All through the night, I, me, mine, my little world. I'm Bhagavan in the center of all my relationships and all. I'm the center of everything, and everybody's here to give me respect and to facilitate my enjoyment with nice galabjamins, nice prasadam. Oh, thank you, Prabhu. But this is Kanishta. We have to get to Madhyam fixed. We have to go through the razor's edge, the cutting edge, to stay on the cutting edge. No pain, no gain. Struggle. If we're not feeling a struggle in our devotional life, and then we're really not understanding the goal and the means to get there. It's an attitude, not satisfied, like Gopakumar, until he got through all the different planetary systems, and even in Vaikuntha, and then even in with Ram and with Dvaraka, even he kept chanting the Gopal mantra, but he still was not fully satisfied, because he was not in his Swarup, in his eternal relationship with Gopal. And then he got the embrace because he was so unalloyed in his attachment, so wholeheartedly intense. Narada Muni saw that he was ready. And then with Uddhava in Dwaraka, and he saw he was humble, fully humble. Until we reach a certain point in our advancement, still there'll be some pride for respect and fame. Pride precedeth the fall. Even in just at the cusp of Bhav, even Bharat Maharaj fell down to attachment with a deer. Still, he was just on the edge of Bhav. From Ashakti, attachment. That's when you really have a natural affinity to think about Krishna all day. After Ruchi, and it's condensed. So we have to understand we are meant to be Rupanugas, to see how we're making progress on this journey. To always see every day as a classroom to learn and grow. Every day is the school of life. The school of life, my relationship with the Lord and His devotees and all living beings. TK, I had to do that for several years because it was guaranteed. If I was chanting my rounds or if I was sitting in class, it was guaranteed that would happen. It was such a raw battle. Such a raw battle. But if we do our best, especially now you're young, you have younger bodies. So now you use that energy as much as you can. Running on Sankirtan in the book distribution and trying to do at least some book, even a small book, 10 rupee, 20 rupee book, to somebody, to connect somebody, to practice compassion for all living beings. That's the natural quality of a real Vaishnava. Compassion and tolerance for the mistakes of others and forgiveness. These are all qualities of a pure devotee, naturally. So we have to invoke these feelings. We have to really work at it and transform our negative feelings and our pride, seeing whenever it comes up how to transform our feelings from negative to positive and devotional, so that we have devotional emotions. Like Vidura is experiencing and hearing the topics about Dhruva Maharaj. And then he asks more questions to go deeper and deeper. There's no limit. And it becomes more and more ecstatic. When we're sitting in Bhagavatam class, we have no idea what these words are talking about. So we have to at least get to Nishta. If just a small percentage of our devotees can get to Nishta, then this movement will really begin to kick in. Because then we'll be operating really from our heart. And we'll be able to be an instrument for our relationship and invoke Krishna's presence from our heart to their heart. Bing! It's a heart-to-heart connection with Krishna, with each other, and with anyone, that we're actually in this because we're sold out. We're sold out to Guru and Krishna and the devotees. And with compassion, seeing everyone as Krishna Kaparivar, my family, Not based on this, but based on the soul. And my real father, my Adipita and Adimata, Radha and Govinda, they are my mother. That's my mother. Where's my home? They ask me. Where are you from? Where are you from? Vrindavan. Vrindavan. My mother and father. Who's my father? Who's my mother? Huh? What are you going to answer? Who's my father? Who's my mother? Krishna's my father. Radha's my mother. Nobody else. Whoever gave me this body, they're just the instruments of Krishna to give me another chance to go back home, back to Godhead, to my real home. And in culture, vipralambha, separation. We have to develop feelings of separation from Vrindavan and Krishna and Prabhupada. That I can get that embrace and go home and be my real society. To be able to fit in with the Brijbasis, the eternal associates, and that we're one of them. We are one of them. We just mentally got disconnected because we wanted to check out what it was to be the controller and the enjoyer as a Brahma. Oh, I won't forget you, Krishna. I just want to check it out. I won't stop being in your pure devotee. Oh, yeah? Well, look how far we fell down for billions and trillions of lifetimes. We didn't go right back. We fell down. So many bodies, so many lives. We've been in Bhagavan, in the bodies of mosquitoes, in the bodies of tigers, eating the flesh. And you can see that's what people are doing outside the gate, isn't it? In the market. Cutting the head and hanging the carcass of that soul. And all the guts. It's horrible how much we fall. And all these cinemas with pornography. And nobody in this movement's protesting the government and for allowing this cinema and television. Nobody's protesting this godless education. We're sending our kids, isn't it? What kind of devotee is going to send their kid into this godless programming for cheating others just to make some money so you can get some flat in Noida or Faridabad? Some 5 lakh fancy plastic furniture, really. Instead of Sada Jivan, Ucha Vichar, like the sages. So this is a wake-up call, especially now with this war going on in the Gaza and just going in, killing babies and women. What do you think they're going to do when they come from China in a few years? Now the beginning of the war, which is predicted. Prabhupada said in 50 years there's going to be a major shift in the economy. And he said the movement will really kick in after the war, after millions of people, and Delhi is going to be on the hit list, isn't it? With those nukes. Tick, 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 tick. We're thinking everything's very nice, just going on with our life. But now is the time to get some farm communities so we can grow food for Faridabad and in Delhi. There won't be any food. There won't be any water. We have filtered and bottled water because it's all polluted. There won't be any food. What are you going to do? You won't have any job. There won't be any gas or oil. It just takes one little war, isn't it? And the whole system is finished. And all the pop, it's going to be a real karmic cleansing. This time it's not going to be a joke with the kind of weapons they have right now, these demons. And we're going to the job facilitating their plans. Isn't it? So, we're the Sankirtan army. We got to become like Shivaji Maharaj's men from the hills of Pune. They weren't big IIT. They were semi-tribals. And they were the ones with Tukaram and Ramdas Swami, who were the real, who prevented Aurangzeb from wiping out everybody and everything. Isn't it? Even after his death, finally, after 20 years after he died, then they still had that momentum. And Aurangzeb's, the whole Muslim empire was broken, the back. And then Shahu, Maharaj. Then he expanded the empire to Assam, isn't it? And he expanded. And that's what we have as Bharat today. Even though with Nehru, you know, how it got divided with Gandhi and Nehru, you know, with Bangladesh and Pakistan. So now we got to reunite the people, the United Nations. But first we got to get reunited and have that mood to touch heart to heart with the real family. That we have to feel connected with Krishna as family. That's our thinking. And how we think, that's how we'll speak. And that's how we'll relate with anyone and everyone. Heart to heart, soul to soul. With Krishna, that feeling His presence in the heart with every word, thought, and action, 24/7. This is what we have to practice and develop. And keep our eyes open. In the Krishna's class, otherwise there's no way. Otherwise, stand up. A real sense of urgency, being afraid of our attachments, afraid of Maya. That's what Prabhupada said was our main weakness. You're not afraid enough of Maya. You're very nice devotees. But you don't cooperate enough together, and you're not afraid of enough of Maya. We have to see our quality. We have to be internal. And then stand and fight with Krishna Katha, hearing and then meditation, speaking and meditating on these things. And what's happening with my own mind? What are my quality of my feelings with Krishna? And how we continue to work on it every day. Chaito Darpanam Arjanam. This is the way. It says, I'm doing the same activity that I did 48 years ago. But the quality has changed. Because every day I'm struggling to fine-tune it. To fine-tune my consciousness. To get to where Vidura is. And Maitreya. The quality of Shukadev and the sages who were in rapt attention. And they went back home, back to Godhead. This is the way. Simple. Easy for the simple. Difficult for the crooked. You want to play games? Then you don't get it. You can't play. Krishna knows. In your heart. And the pure devotee knows. The degree of your commitment. To Him and to the process and to the mission. And right now, especially now, with the book distribution marathon, what's the quality of our dealings and the mood that we're out there? And not just with the big books, but the books that they can read because they're not ready. So you give a small book, even for free. Maybe you charge an extra 20 rupees or something, or you just give it for free. Some small book, 20 rupee. That they're ready. Gita Sar. Gita Sar, something that they can relate with. And then they can get the taste of Sambandha Gyan from Prabhupada. Sambandha Gyan. And then they can begin practicing by Sangha. Invite them to the temple. Get their name for those who are interested. And you can have like a database of, you send a message every week to come to the program. Now you do that in Atlanta with the Maha distributors. The Maha books, the Sankirtan Army over in the team of brahmacharis in Atlanta. Mahotsa, 4,000 Maha big books in one day, 2 times. Set the world record. So if he can do that in the U.S., how much more opportunity you have here in Bharat? And so many thousands of small books. And you have Bhagavad Darshan also. So everybody must go away with a book. This must be our mood. Everybody we speak with, go away with something. Even you can have free pamphlets if they can't take a book. Some free brochure of the essence of the philosophy and with the invitation to come to the movement, to come to the here. First, So many things we can do with the invitation cards, with the address and the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and you can get people to chant the holy name. Something that you care for them, to make a connection. You're the via media to Krishna and Prabhupada and your Gopal Krishna Maharaj, your Guru Maharaj. You're the via media to make that connection. That's our responsibility, to develop that connection and be able to, whatever we have, that's what we can give. And what you're giving, that's what comes right back on you immediately. When you're giving encouragement to another person, immediately you're getting the most encouragement, the most benefit, because you're speaking from your heart with realization. With realization, not just mechanical, okay? And to appreciate each other, and not always be, fault findings. Prabhu, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. That's the management. Or if you have a friendship, then you can give some constructive criticism, constructive. And you see how it's taken, then you know if you were able to do that. Otherwise, don't give instruction. Just give encouragement. Oh, Prabhu, thank you for cleaning the floor. Very nice. What a wonderful sabji you cooked for the deities. Thank you. And immediately you invoke those feelings in the heart, your heart, to develop affection with that devotee, appreciation in another person. That's what develops into affection and love for Krishna and for his devotees, to be grateful and thankful. Appreciate, that's the beginning of bhakti, appreciating another person, and with thankfulness, expressing. Then immediately I'm feeling it just by saying it to you right now, those feelings in the heart. So this we want to develop, appreciation and affection for Krishna by hearing about him and thanking him. You can do that every day. You sent me Prabhupada and Gopal, and the temple is here. So many devotees are around me. Thank you, Prabhu. And coming for Bhagavatam class so that we have something juicy to talk about and hear about. Real juice, the rasa. Our rasa, that's the juice with Krishna and his topics. and qualities and form and pastimes and holy name. This is our Ras, our eternal Ras, instead of the Palgu Ras with all based on the body. But our spiritual identity, our real Ras with Krishna and with you as 𝒍𝒃𝒂𝒚𝒔 Parivar, my family. This is my family. And because of Prabhupada, I can experience real family. So, I don't know the time, but Prabhu's, I think it's been, thank you. Thank you, Vishwara. TK, anybody? We have one. It's up to you. If I got the hook, you probably should have given me the hook 20 minutes ago. But something? Any thoughtful devotee have any question? Any thoughtful devotee? Have any thoughtful question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
See?
Hare Krishna.
He still has the student mood, but he's applying it now here.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Oh.
Prabhuji, we saw in our nowadays we saw very struggle in our life. Many devotees remind us and give instructions daily or in Bhagavatam class like you, but we can't follow them.
Somebody just
Many devotees are giving instructions in Bhagavatam class, but we can't follow.
What's the question?
Just like you are giving instructions in Bhagavatam class, many devotees are there, but we can't follow them.
Practice makes perfect, Prabhu. If you try to improve, that's humility. To see how I can improve. Prabhupada said that's the definition of humility. And that's the first qualification for going back home, back to Godhead. That I always see how I can improve. So you try, and try, and try again. And a devotee never gives up. He keeps trying and you'll get better. Anything you do enough, you become like what you think most about. So if we regularly hear about the qualities of the pure devotee, it's not an overnight, it's a lifetime to become like Parikshit Maharaj. I'm not hungry, I'm not thirsty. Go on speaking 24/7 for 7 days and 7 nights. And then he went back, then the snake bird came and he had already left his body before the bite. So that's what the goal is, to become like Parikshit and 𝒄𝒉𝒂𝒏𝒕. That we get such a deep taste, so much with Krishna's presence and hearing about him, and our relationship with him is invoked in the heart. So we practice and practice and practice and stand up. We don't wait for somebody to tell us. We do it with our own motivation. As soon as we see I'm nodding out, then And if we see that's a regular habit, then I never sit down until I'm able to conquer that habit. And then Maya will say, okay. And then you can someday maybe sit down and not out when you're chanting or hearing Bhagavatam class. It's a battle. And we keep Krishna in the driver's seat, hearing from him and these instructions. And we keep Krishna's instructions, and we do our best. We do our very best. You do your best and let Krishna do the rest. He sees your absolute sincerity and struggle. He'll help you make progress because you're really giving your best. And you let Krishna do the rest. You depend on him. And then so many devotees, then they'll speak in a way that touches your heart because you're looking for devotees. That association, to be inspired. To be inspired. If you're not inspired in your life, then what's the point of living? What's the point of living? That we have something. They're doing that in Ukraine. Huh? They're doing that now in Israel and the Hamas. They're both doing that. Something they're ready to die for. Willing to live and die for. So they can do that for all the demoniac. That's what these IIT, Steve Jobs, isn't it? They're 24/7. How to become a better computer, robot, AI. So we have to have that, we see how they're doing it, and then we have to act on that platform, even if we're not feeling it, then to please Guru and Krishna, and then we jump in the kirtan. And we see someone way over there, and we remember, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, and we're on Sankirtan. We keep Krishna in the driver's seat when we're on the battlefield. Huh? We practice this. And we remember the enthusiasm we get when we jump and dance in the kirtan. If we follow the instruction to jump and dance in the kirtan, at least that we can do. We have that energy. I'm not doing that now. But I'm only like this because I did it. And then I feel enthusiasm when I do it to please Prabhupada and to enliven the deities. And then you feel it. And then you can carry that same mood out on Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. This is victory. And Utsaha. We have to invoke Utsaha in our activities. Practice that in any way you can. So you have to have Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna when you're chanting. We have to come to that. Determination. Determination. And how we get that from Shaktiman. When we turn to Krishna like that, then Krishna reciprocates. Like Draupadi, when she was holding on with one hand. Hey Govinda, hey Govinda. Dushasana is taping her sari. Krishna is playing chess with Rukmini. Oh, no, my devotee's calling, but not wholehearted. Krishna comes when you're wholehearted. As soon as she called out and let go, she realized what I could do on my own. Maya is dragging me down. Maya, he said, hey Govinda, hey Govinda, hey Govinda. Immediately. Whoop. It's that simple. But we're so false ego. We're not ready to call out. Maya's dragging me down. Hey Govinda, now. Right now. Ready? Not just, hey Govinda, hey Govinda. No. To the root of your heart. Like they do in the football match for their team. Do that. Maybe you did that before you were a devotee. That same mood. Now. Ready? Ek, do, tin. Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Krishna Krishna! Hare Hare! Hare Rama! Hare Rama! Rama Rama! Hare Hare! did it. You did it.
Thank you.
Just make this a daily exercise. And then do it in all your activities. When you're cleaning the floor, giving a class, hearing a class, everything you do is to put a smile on the face of Guru and Krishna, that He's always with you. And you're always trying to please Him. Like this. This is how you get the mercy. When you cry out for the mercy. That's Gaur Govinda Maharaj, the crying school. So we can practice. Practice, and then you get that habit. And because you'll get the experience. It's scientific. When you apply these principles, you experience progressive result until finally you go through all the layers of the universe and you're there, home free, eternally. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We got to keep our eyes fixed on the goal and see where we're at through the Shastras, how we're moving, how we're struggling, how we keep going. Like in school, you're at different classrooms, different levels, different grades, but you're a serious student and you'll go to the different levels, the different grades, progressively every day. And you'll be in line. Oh, really? I read that so many times. Wow. That's what it means. Every day, an eager student. And with this learning, struggling, growing. Learning, struggling, growing, and acting. The Sambandha Gyan, the Abhideya, practical, Rupanugas, and then with the goal of Prayojan. The goal every day that we're conscious of the long-range desire for our goal in life, and then how we're applying ourselves each day where we're at on the journey. Be here now, every moment with Krishna in the heart. Like this, every moment. That is Krishna. When you're in Krishna, you're in the Hladi, you're in the internal potency. You're always taking shelter of Krishna and His devotees. That's internal potency. Scared to death of the Mahamaya with material emotions and material thoughts and desires. And so you take shelter of Guru and Krishna. TK? You keep yourself under the shelter, and protection and guidance of the Lord and His devotees. You keep yourself fixed. Scared to death of the lower energy. Always protected, always guided. You cross over all the obstacles. Krishna says, Machita Savdurgani Maprasada Trishasi Atachet Vamahankaran Nashoshasi Vananshasi. If you become conscious of me, you cross over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. And if you don't operate in such consciousness, but act of false ego, not hearing me, you'll be lost. Another time, another birth, just like you're doing now, another body. From your last life, picking up where you left off. Now we can finish it up this lifetime. If that's our purpose, every day.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you're extremely indebted to His Grace Akhil Dhar Prabhuji. He is so wonderful. Your enthusiasm is so contagious. Prabhuji, every time you come, you inject enthusiasm into each and every one of us out here. So extremely blessed to have your very, very wonderful association. So once more, let us chant very loudly and thank Prabhuji, express gratitude to Prabhuji for coming here and blessing us with this.
From the core of your heart to Krishna, the core of his heart. And 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒕. Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Krishna Krishna! Hare Hare! Hare Rama! Hare Rama! Ram Ram! Hare Hare!
His Grace Akhil Dhar Prabhuji ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samved Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna.